All right, guys, quick trade recap. We caught 195 points. Technically, it was 230, but the TP I mentioned was 195. So, gonna go over it real quick. There was two things that indicated for me to look for shorts. Number one, the 4 hour. If you look at how everything's been printing, we basically had an impossible time creating newer highs, higher highs. And as well, if you look, we basically respected almost every CSD that has happened. So you come up and you look here, right? So this really is a CSD. It basically comes, taps right into it. Same thing here. This whole range comes, it taps right into it. And then same thing here is kind of what I was expecting to see, which it ended up playing out. Um, Now another thing was the way that New York Open printed was it left this wick. Now this wick, honestly, anytime you see this type of wick, especially at any sort of higher volatility moment in time, whether that session open, news candles, anything like that, they're very, very likely to get tagged again. They're really good to be used for take profits or stop losses. So mainly take profits because again, a lot of liquidity gets left behind in these areas because of how fast the movement is. So if you look at what happened after it got swept, it has been trailing right back up because if you think about it as a person, what would have been left here? Buy orders. And if there's enough, then it probably would have sent the market back up, which is basically what's happened so far. We are still in this trade. We've trailed the stops, so if we get trailed out, it's all good. We had five, we're down to one, so we're just letting the runner run. I actually, especially how it was printing at first, I was like, fuck it, let's just leave a runner all the way for these lows and just see if we get it. Definitely optimistic, but anyways, so the whole setup just comes down to a simple 3 minutes, it's just my reversal setup. So we came through, we swept all of overnight highs, pre-market highs, London highs, Asia highs, everything to that effect. And then again, we tapped right into this 4 hour CSD. I waited to see how the candle closed and waited for a little bit to see if we continued strength, because we did technically get an IFEG. So if we continued strength immediately, I would have expected these highs to get ran and my bias would have been flipped. But since we didn't, and we immediately started showing weakness with basically no real strength for a whole 10 minutes straight, once I saw this fair value gap get inversed here, I entered short with stops at these highs. So, pretty minimal stop. Speaking of stop filled, baby. But hey, not a bad day on that trade. But anyways, yeah, entered off this 3 minute IFEG. Targeted this little accumulation lows for my TP1, so it was about 60 points. And then again, targeted that wick, which again is left there from all the mass volatility coming in right at the beginning of New York Open, for 195 points. And then I saw it push down quite a bit further. I think it was another 40, 45 points. So I trailed out the other two contracts that I had and just left a runner so I could basically be completely stress free and off the charts and get along with my day, go to the gym and, go make some more money and stuff. So anyways, that is a trade recap. Please shoot me text, shoot me DM, shoot me whatever, dude. I'm happy to answer any questions if you've got any about this. But hey, if not, on to tomorrow, baby.